Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and make sure to click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Today's story is about love, distance, and the unexpected price of discovering yourself. It's a personal journey about a marriage put on hold that turned into a farewell, about cutting someone out not from anger, but from fear and uncertainty. If you've ever wondered what happens when the gap between two people becomes too wide, this story is for you. So, get comfortable and let's jump in. I stood at the front door, suitcase in hand, my skin still warmed by the Bali sun, my heart fluttering with both excitement and a strange unease I couldn't explain. The driveway stretched ahead, empty. Nathan's car was gone. That was unusual. Nathan always parked right there, perfectly parallel to the porch. Even when we argued, he never spent the night elsewhere. I tried to shake the tightening feeling in my stomach. Maybe he ran out for something. Maybe it was a surprise. I bent to lift the flower pot where we usually hid the spare key, but it wasn't there. Panic crept into my chest. I told myself not to assume the worst. We hadn't spoken in almost 2 weeks. This could mean anything. I rang the doorbell and waited. No answer. 5 minutes passed. My fingers gripped the suitcase handle as if it were a lifeline. I sank onto the porch steps. My throat was dry, tight. This wasn't supposed to happen like this. It was meant to be a break, a pause, not a full stop. I had needed space to breathe, to find myself outside of being Nathan's wife. That was my reasoning when I booked the flight, why I blocked him everywhere: phone, WhatsApp, Instagram, even email. I didn't want guilt, explanations, or the pull of his kindness while I sorted my thoughts. I knew how it looked. But in my mind, this wasn't a breakup. It was temporary, something we'd laugh about later, maybe even thank each other for. Our marriage wasn't bad, just numb, predictable, safe to a fault. Nathan was always working, always steady, always there. But that very steadiness made him invisible to me. My friend said, "You're young. You're vibrant.
Take a trip."
Clear your head.
So I did.
For 13 days, I let myself forget responsibilities. I wandered rice terraces, danced barefoot on moonlit beaches, felt eyes on me like I was single. I flirted with freedom, with possibility. But standing there now, the house dark, the porch empty, Nathan, the man I assumed would be waiting, was nowhere. Panic flickered, but I pushed it down. He was probably upset. We'd talk. This distance could bring us closer. I didn't realize then that the gap I created was wide enough for him to walk away. And once he did, he didn't return. Nathan and I had been married 6 years. Not perfect, but steady. He was the man who made my eggs on Sunday mornings, cooked them perfectly. The man who always texted, "Let me know when you get home." Who never raised his voice, never missed birthdays or anniversaries, not even my mom's. And somehow I grew tired. I resented how available he was, how he never challenged me. How he always said, "Whatever you want, love." Even when I wished he'd fight for me, show passion, disagreement, anything. Nathan was everything I said I wanted until I didn't want it anymore. I didn't notice the cracks until I began daydreaming about freedom. Not cheating, not leaving, just breathing somewhere he wasn't. At first, I thought it was normal.
Couples get bored, right?
But then I listened to the wrong voices. One friend said, "You never had a chance to be yourself. You went straight from college to marriage." Another said, "He's too sweet. No wonder you're restless." And someone whispered the words I wanted to hear. "Go alone. Find yourself. Find your spark." So I did. I booked a solo trip to Bali, under the guise of self-discovery. I told Nathan I needed space. He didn't argue, just looked sad. The night before I left, he hugged me tighter than usual and said, "I'll be here when you're ready." That's exactly why I blocked him the next morning. Not hate, but fear of guilt, of missing him, of his pull. I blocked phone, WhatsApp, Instagram, email. At the airport, nursing a mimosa, I stared at our last texts. His final message read, "Are we okay? We'll wait. Please don't shut me out." I hovered my thumb, then deleted the thread. Not because it didn't matter, but because it mattered too much. Bali was breathtaking. Too breathtaking. For a few days, I believed in it. I danced under fairy lights, sipped cocktails with waves at my feet, flirted with a bartender whose tan smile made me feel 21 again. But by day 4, it shifted. The sun shone, drinks flowed, but everything felt hollow. I woke with a pit in my stomach. Simple things haunted me. Couples holding hands reminded me of Nathan tracing my fingers during Netflix nights. Grilled fish at the night market reminded me of his first cooking attempt, nearly burning the kitchen. At night, I dreamed of him. Not distant, quiet Nathan, but the one who held my hair when I was sick, who sang badly to make me laugh, who cried when we wed. I missed him, but pride kept me silent. Then on day 5, a friend messaged. Did Nathan post something weird? His brother says he's done. My chest clenched. I tried Instagram, WhatsApp, texts, email, all blocked. My phone shook. That's not him. Nathan waits, stays, leaves doors open. Now it was slammed shut. Panic washed over me. I tried burner accounts, Googled him, even reached his brother. No answer. The truth hit. I had blocked the man I loved to avoid guilt, and now he was gone. I walked the beach alone, watching couples laugh, argue, kiss. I would have given anything to hear him say, "Why did you shut me out?" So, I could tell him I didn't know how to ask for more, without pushing him away. But it was too late. I thought I was free, but I was breaking us. Back in the apartment, silence hit, not peace, but suffocating stillness. The couch still had his dent. His blanket gone. I dropped the suitcase and ran to the bedroom. His side of the closet was half empty. No jackets, no shoes, no watch box. His cologne was gone. No note, no voicemail, just absence. I called his brother. After one ring. "Oh, you're back. Where is he?" I whispered. "He waited years for you. You broke him. He left 2 days ago."
Didn't say where.
Needed to start over. Hours later, a notification. Nathan tagged in a photo on a woman's page. Caption: helping beautiful souls find peace again. Healing retreat. There he was, smiling, free like he hadn't been in years. My stomach twisted. Was he with someone new, or had I left the door open for him to leave? I didn't cry.
Not yet.
Instead, I checked our shared account. Full balance. All money in my name. Not a penny taken. Something inside me broke. The next day, an envelope arrived. Nathan's handwriting. Inside, no anger, no blame, just finality. Not closure, goodbye. Thick cedar paper. I waited. Even while you were away, I hoped you'd unblock me. Eventually, I stopped hoping. I realized you weren't just on vacation. You were leaving before you packed. The night you left, I had a panic attack. Checked into a silent retreat. That woman you saw is my therapist. Not someone I'm dating. You erased me. For the first time, I believe you don't want me. I'm moving to Spain next month.
New job.
Sold my things. Didn't take money. No hard feelings. I loved you. Maybe still do, but I love myself more now. Please don't do this to someone else. I sat for hours, rereading, hoping for a postscript, a door left open. Nothing.
Peace only.
I wasn't ready for that stillness. I had wanted space, but it cost him. Now I live alone. Rooms colder, emptier. Photos silent witnesses. I tried messaging one after another. Miss you. How are you? But he vanished. I blocked him. Ran from love, responsibility, everything he tried to hold. Therapy started a month ago. Journaling daily. My therapist says, this silence isn't punishment. It reflects all the noise you avoided. Nights, I swear I hear his keys. Bought his favorite cereal last week. Muscle memory. Friends say, move on. He wasn't your forever. But they never saw the version I blocked, the one who stayed outside in rain, knocking on a welded shut door. This week, I returned to Bali alone. Not to escape, not to prove, just to feel. Walked slower, shoreline, no music, no distractions, only memories. Before leaving, I traced patterns in the sand. I blocked love to feel free. I didn't know freedom could feel this empty. The tide erased the marks, but the ache remained. Thanks for listening. Sometimes, the hardest battles are fought in silence, in the spaces we create. If this resonated, like, comment, and subscribe for more stories. Healing isn't linear. Endings can lead to the strongest beginnings. Take care, and I'll see you in the next All From story.